Sure, we know how to solve now, but what if you have x's on both sides, or brackets? How do you deal with that? Let's find out today. This equation has an x term on both sides. Let's visualize this equation. We have 3 x's on the left and a plus 2. On the right we have 2 x's and a plus 3. The rule we must follow when solving is we must do the same to both sides. It would make sense to remove 2 of the x's from both sides. Nice. We can see that when we do this, we now only have an x on the left. We can now subtract 2 from both sides. And we're left with x equals 3. We've solved the equation. We can check this on the left. 3 times 3 plus 2 is 11. On the right, 2 times 3 plus 5 is also 11. Let's have a look at these questions. We're asked to solve with this equation, so we're going to start by putting our tramlines in. When we have x on both sides of an equation, we need to ask ourselves which of the x terms is easier to remove. This will almost always be the smallest amount of x. We're therefore going to be focused on subtracting the 3x from both sides. On the left hand side we have 4x minus 6. Now we can ignore the minus 6 and just focus on the 4x. We're doing 4x, take away 3x. That will leave us just x. So we're left with, on the left hand side, x minus 6. On the right hand side we've got 3x, take away 3x. That will remove the 3x. But we still have the plus 2. And we can solve in the normal way now. We're going to focus on that take away 6. The inverse or opposite of take away 6 is plus 6. So we're going to do that to both sides. Therefore we have x equals 2 plus 6, which is 8. In this question we're going to start by putting our tramlines in. Now we have 2x on the left hand side and 7x on the right hand side. The smaller amount of x is that 2x. So we're going to take away 2x from both sides. That will leave us with just the minus 21 there. Remember, the minus belongs to that 21. And we've got 7x, take away 2x, that will leave us just 5x, and then take away 6. The next thing we can do is focus on that take away 6, do the inverse of that, or the opposite, which will be plus 6 to both sides. That will leave us minus 15 equals the 5x. Next we can divide by 5 both sides to get rid of that 5 in the 5x. That will leave us minus 3 equals x. Now, I've always said that when you solve an equation you should end up with x equals. Well, with this equation you can just switch them the other way around. So x equals minus 3. We're going to start by putting in our tramlines. Now, whenever we have brackets in a solving question, we must expand the brackets first. To expand brackets, we multiply everything inside the bracket by the number on the outside. So we're going to do 2 times the x, so 2x, and then 2 times the 3, so 6, and then 5 times the x, 5x, and 5 times the minus 6 would be minus 30. Now we have x's on both sides here, so we look at the smallest amount of x, which is the 2x. So we're going to subtract the 2x from both sides. That will leave just the 6 on the left hand side, and 5x take away 2x is 3x. So we've got 3x take away 30. Next we're going to deal with that take away 30. We're going to add 30 to both sides. And then we're going to deal with that times 3. So we're going to divide 3 both sides. And we like to have x equals, so we're just going to swap them the other way around. And finally we're told that Natalie tries to solve 5 brackets x plus 3 close brackets equals 5x plus 15. We need to state why she cannot solve this equation. If you know, write it in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. And you can also come to onmaths.com or click the link in the description where you can access all of our free GCSE papers and predictions, and you can even save your scores with a free account. This video is part of a larger GCSE course that you can follow along with at onmaths.com.